Alrighty, back into the game.
Woohoo.
Woohoo! Okay.
What are their names again?
Yeah, I know, I feel it too. So there's the Ice Princess with the pinkish purple hair, and her name is Angela. And then
that guy
that
cracks
guy.
me up.
And then the blonde that you like is named Reese, and
Yes.
the guy that I just straight up don't like is named Duran, like Duran.
Duran. Call him Dee Dee. Oh, snow. When did that happen?
Yeah, we got to the Ice Kingdom. I've already explored here because this was a town that I visited at the very beginning of the game while I was escaping the castle. I'm trying to remember what we're supposed to be doing here.
Yeah, honestly, the last time we streamed and I was on here, I was falling asleep at the end of it.
Yeah, I know.
I think I was giving like monosyllable responses.
Yep. Well, you were trying to stay up because you had a third shift that weekend, like the next night or whatever.
Yeah,
Right,
I do
yeah.
have the maintenance tonight as well at like
Oh,
12.
goodness.
So, but we should be done before then.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So here's one of the things we're supposed to be doing, I think. We're supposed to go to the desert.
Ooh.
I'm not sure what we're supposed to do here. There's a bunch of these little flag things. So I know we're supposed to do like a desert thing, like werewolf midnight forest thing, and then an ice thing, and then the elves. We're supposed to go visit the elves.
Oh yeah, it was like the homeland of the characters or something.
Yeah.
You had to go and collect something.
Yeah. I think we're going to check on the stones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got to get from here to here, I think. She does not look happy about this.
I wouldn't be either.
Okay, so we have to figure out how to get out of here. So it looks like we docked from here,
Okay.
I guess. Okay, it wants us to go down here. Alright, well that's simple enough.
Gotcha. You've
Alright.
already collected all the thingies, right?
I believe so, yes. This is literally the first town you visit as this character in the beginning of the game.
Bet we're gonna run into some monsters.
Monsters. Yeah, they are. I almost feel bad about killing these.
There's a lot of cute monsters in this game.
There
On the game that I
are.
play, it's just like straight up horror characters.
It absolutely sounded like you said whore. Like instead of horror.
Oh.
They're just
they
straight up
do
horror characters.
horror.
They must die for their sins.
That's the luck. Around.
Yeah, no. Sex work is valid.
Yes, I'm not shaming.
And
At all.
we support women's rights to be a hoe.
That's exactly.
We stand.
If that's how you want to make a living, you do you, boo.
Even if you just do it for enjoyment, like, fucking get it.
That's something I would do, honestly. But yeah.
The last time I tried to enter my horror era, I ended up marrying the first guy I dated, so... Like, my husband was just supposed to be casual dating after a serious breakup from a long-term relationship, and I fucking married him, so... That went well.
And there's me who just doesn't like anybody. And I think I might be more ace, to be honest, because
I wondered.
like just the act of that stuff, like the exchange of fluids, just grosses me out.
You know what? I kind of get it. Not gonna
I mean,
lie.
not that I've experienced it, but just like it's gross. It's better in fantasy, in my opinion. So
I can
Well,
vibe with
that
that.
discussion.
I can cut that part out if you want.
Nah, it's all good. It's not like we're gonna bash on me about it. If they do, I don't give a fuck. So
That's my girl. Yeah, sex is kind of gross if you're not in the mood for it. I like sex, but, you know, just like objectively, like on paper, not a great image, you know?
no, especially like in health class where they show like, all these pictures of STDs.
Oh, God.
Scarred me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was kind of intense.
We should continue on our journey as planned.
God, do you remember the horrible sex ed that we had in, so I think we had, like, the talk about, this is your body is changing, blah, 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 in, like, 6th grade, and then in 8th grade we did something more in depth in, like, actual health class. And there was, like, I think we did it for, like, a week or so during, like, the health class was only, like, a 9-week course. And they invited a speaker in, and I swear to God, I'm trying to remember, she looked like she went to my ex's church. Like in retrospect, like hindsight 2020, she dressed like that? Oh no.
You just got ate.
I just got ate. I got swallowed. No, die, motherfucker. But long skirt, like button-down shirt, hair in like a really tight, aggressive bun, you know, that type. Very, I'm trying to remember what my ex's church was. But like that step above the Amish. Like that, they're still in the modern world, but like just barely. Like my husband, or my ex-husband, wasn't allowed to watch TV as a kid, I believe, or maybe his older siblings weren't. Like that kind of strict. So they invite this lady in, right? And she looks like that, and she gets out this blanket, and she puts it on the floor, and then she invites a child, you know, an 8th grader, to come stand up there with her, and she's basically like, oh, cactus. She's basically like, you're my husband now, and this is our marital bed. But what I don't know going in is that you have previously had sex with, like, your ex-girlfriend or whatever. So she invites, like, a girl student to come stand up there on the blanket with them. And the blanket's, you know, supposed to be, like, the size of a bed. It's supposed to be a bed, metaphorically. And, well, she had sex with 2 people prior. And so she invites 2 more students up until, like, the whole class is standing on this fucking blanket. And she's like, and this is what you're bringing into your marital bed. All of this baggage if you have sex before marriage. And that was our fucking sex ed. Like, not like, this is how to pleasure a woman, or this is how to have sex and not get pregnant. You know, just like, just don't do it. Just abstinence. That's what they taught in our school.
It was more, I think it was more lessons of really transmitted disease that you could carry to people whose history you have no idea about, like unknowingly contracted or anything.
You
It was
must
more about
remember it
making you
differently.
afraid of it, and they did a very good job.
They did a very good job. You must remember details that I don't, because all I got out of it was the purity culture bullshit. But, like, okay, I can kind of understand the STD point. Like, if they were, you know, teaching it from, like, this is what happens if you have, you know, premarital sex or whatever, without using protection. Like,
Well, they never really brought up protection. Like, I don't recall most of my school life. I tend to block most of that out.
Fair.
But I don't recall them going over any kind of, like, they do mention to use protection, but they don't go in detail about what kind of protection to use.
Yeah, like,
and how it works.
I remember growing up, and on cable they played the Drew Barrymore movie, Never Been Kissed, and she's posing as a high school student for a paper that she's writing. Like, she's a newspaper article writer lady. That rolled off the tongue. And she invites her friend, or asks her friend to come help her with something, like her adult friend from the newspaper, right? Oh, I must have been through here already. And the friend gets mistaken for the sex ed speaker that they've invited to the school. And she does the whole 9. Like, the condoms on bananas, like, all of it. And that's what I was expecting from my high school experience. But no tutorial, no helpful information, just sex is bad, don't do it, you will get pregnant and die type shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Fine then. Here I go.
Growing up in the Midwest is fun.
And I think I learned more about sex in my here listening to my siblings' conversations than anything.
Yeah,
I have older siblings, so.
Right. I had one older sibling, and he's 11 years older than I am, I think. So, not really a topic that got broached, and he didn't really, like, talk about escapades or anything in front of me. I do remember I learned more about sex than I think anyone should on the school bus. And
yeah.
Yeah.
The high schoolers talking.
Yep. And I do remember being on the school bus at one point, and this kid who was like 2 years older than us, one of the Murphy kids, called me a pussy. Well, he like bullied me for like a fucking year.
I hated the Murphy kids, man.
Yeah, like he threatened.
I guess hate's a strong word. I strongly disliked them.
I hated him. He threatened to kill me at one point, and couldn't keep his hands to himself. And I'm like, at this point, I think I'm like 5th grade, like insanely young, like stupid young. Like this should not be going on. I mean, it shouldn't happen ever. But like, why even would this interest you? You fucking creep, kind of young. So like, I dealt with that for like a year. And at one point, he called me a pussy, just name calling, you know. And I go home, and my dad's not home yet. He's at work, and my older brother is watching us. And I go into his room, and I'm like, hey. What's a pussy? And his eyes get round as saucers. And he's like, it's a cat, go away. And I'm like, I'm so sorry to have inconvenienced you, Jesus. So yeah.
Then you use it later? Conversation?
Oh, maybe. I might have. That sounds like me. I remember, called me a cunt, I think, in gym class at one point. I had this whole thing with one year. I don't know what that was about. Like, I still avoid her when I go home to because like that never got resolved. She might be a cool person now. I might never know. There was
when I first went to Lincoln View in 2nd grade. It was in the hospital or something, and we had to like all sign a card to send it to her and whatnot. And I thought she was this nice person when she came back, but no, man, she gave me the stink eye. I'm like, okay.
Yep.
I avoid her as well.
Yeah. She told everyone I had some sort of disease, and like this is 3rd grade, mind you, 3rd fucking grade. And we were best friends for like a month or 2. We even had like a joint Valentine's Day card box. Like we made a castle box out of cardboard. And she got one side and I got the other, and then the middle was just like decoration. And then all of a sudden out of the blue, I don't know what I did, I was the fucking pariah.
Yeah. Remember? Man, she was a weird one.
She was odd, but I liked her. We hung out one summer.
I was friends with her in like 3rd grade, and then like she hated me when we came back to school in 4th grade. I'm like, what is going on?
So weird. Kids are weird, man.
I know. That's why I don't like them.
Okay, so there's a Dragon Lord. Shit, I missed it.
We got to reminiscing.
Yeah, we did.
Maybe you should bleed out the names.
Right? Yeah. I think I will.
Duran.
Uh-oh. I bet that's the dad. I bet that's the twist.
I'm your father.
Who are you?
Luke, I am your father. It's totally the dad. Oh my god.
So cliche.
It's so heavy-handed. Like, there's no way that it's not.
Right. Oh god.
I picked the worst time to take drinks of water, man. Okay. So there's a demon lord or a something that he's working for who needs the mana sword, which I think is the sword sticking out of the tree in the intro, like every time you boot up the game. Okay, I need to remember how to do stuff. Oh, that is incorrect! That is the wrong button. It has been too long since I played this. Okay. Okay. That didn't do much. Okay.
What?
Alright, this is stuff. We found stuff.
C and press 1, 2, 3, or 4.
What's that?
What's with the hint? What's that do?
E.
Set an item or events. Oh.
Okay.
We got a cyclone!
Cyclone. Move a body like a cyclone. Shit.
Oh no!
This is going really well. I feel like I need some fire damage, and I just don't like have anything booted up for that.
Oh shit. Love typhoon.
Okay.
If I was hit with a love typhoon, I'd be extremely confused.
What just happened?
Critical hit.
Okay. I need more magic. Oh god. Yeah.
And there's that dude who's just kind of like, ah! Oh shit, I was following you.
Yeah, it was.
Oh no! Girl's done. He's frozen. Useless.
Why can't I? Oh, that's what you meant. Oh shit. That's not good. I think. Right? Oh yeah, they're both frozen. Okay. I think that'll probably do it. Yeah.
I like how you paused it as you got hit. Oh no!
Right. Okay. I'm getting very slightly better at this.
I just really like the fact that you pause the game and go with players. I'm not a big gamer, but all the ones that I've played, it's not like that.
No effect. Sure. Gotta say I'm not loving this.
It's tough.
Okay. Okay. Something good is happening.
Just keep going in a circle. Up slash.
I don't know why she was going in a circle like that.
Oh really? I thought you were doing it.
Nope. Nope, she just kind of doing it on her own.
God damn, is that a pumpkin?
Yeah. Wait, where's my pumpkin? I guess my pumpkin's gone. Really? Oh shit, I did the wrong one. I did the wrong person. Oh god. Oh, okay. I get why I did that. She has been turned to stone again. Damn it. Okay. So, the dad must have been chasing the Dark Knight when he died. And I know he died protecting the king. guy, who we think might be Angela's father. So maybe it's like one of those situations where like when you defeat the monster, you then become the new version of the monster, like Sin in, oh shit, I don't know what that was. Oh, it's that weird thing that like closes in on your vision that happened in the last boss battle. That sucks. So like Sin from like fuck, what is it? Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, that's totally what you mean.
Yeah. Sorry. Final Fantasy X is Andrew's favorite game, so I was always like vaguely interested in Final Fantasy, but I never got around to it. I think I mentioned last time that it's made by Square Enix, as is Dragon Quest, and I've never really met someone who's like hardcore into both. It's very either or. And I was a Dragon Quest kid, and Andrew was a Final Fantasy kid. So I was kind of...
You guys got married? What?
Yeah, what? Think of the children! We definitely had, like, fake, like, mock arguments about... Because I was more into Marvel, and he's a DC guy.
Oh, God.
So, like, oh god, how will we raise the children? So very much same vibe. But he did end up, like, bugging me into playing it. It didn't take a lot of convincing, but it's a good game. I like it. I will probably play it here on YouTube at some point.
You're sick. This is Final Fantasy X. I have to take a look.
It's pretty good. It's a lot better paced than Dragon Quest VIII was, which was... I would say Dragon Quest VIII is pretty comparable to Final Fantasy X. I think they were released at about the same time on the same system. I'd have to double check my facts on that, but I think so. So I think they're pretty comparable as far as if you're comparing one game in one franchise to a similar one in another.
Well, I would be playing it on... I think they have it for desktop.
I'm sure they do. They about have to. Yeah, it's definitely a lot better paced than Dragon Quest VIII was. Dragon Quest VIII, I love it. I think it's got one of the best stories in a video game ever. It is a grind fest. Would you please just hit him?
Finally.
Finally. Do we get another cutscene? Maybe.
It felt like it.
Alright, we will do that in a minute.
Leveled up. No, the Dragon Lord can't be alive.
That mean my old man sacrificed his life for nothing. I ain't buying it. You hear me? I won't.
I mean, that happens.
The Mana Stone is nearby. I can feel the elemental's presence. Let's hurry.
Hopefully that was the boss battle and not like a mini boss, cause that was rough. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. Level up. Okay, we can literally only do this. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay, it unlocked my cap. Shit. Okay. I guess we'll do that then. Sure. Magic.
Learned an ability.
Easier to knock back enemy when...
Enemy.
See, I'm enemy.
Magic.
Successful. Yeah.
Okay. What does that mean?
Cover 1 MP when power attack is successful. Okay.
It successfully attacks?
Yeah, like, because sometimes you can miss, or like it's ineffective because, like, I don't know, you're using an... Yeah, like maybe you're using like an ice spell against an ice monster, like that's not gonna do shit. Okay. Sure. Okay, these are still locked. Okay, that's not the best.
You're the best. Alright. All I got in my brain is like music and
feel
movie
that.
quotes.
Yeah, same. Alright. So this is the one we just got. And so is this. I mean, this can't hurt. Because we are constantly running out of magic. So that might be nice. Alright.
Unless that tells you what it does.
What's that?
So that tells you what Reclaim does.
I mean, we were just on it. It had like a little text box underneath it.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that that was what that was about.
Yeah.
We got strength points. What's STA points?
Yeah, okay, so STR is strength, STA is stamina, and then you've got intelligence, spirit, and luck. Okay. Oh, so he didn't learn anything. Okay, sure. Alright.
Useless.
Useless. Alright. Oh, I don't know. Let's do this. This feels right. I'm sure there's like a much better way to do this. Like dumping all of your stats into like one thing that's like optimal for them. I have never been good at strategy. In Dragon Quest VIII, the red mage can use staffs. And when they do that, their magic usage is a lot better, like their stats are higher. I didn't know that. So I played the game like 10 times before realizing, oh, she should be using stabs instead of like whips or knives because I'm fucking stupid.
Honestly though, I would probably be the same. Like, I have no sense for video games, so.
Yeah, I'm very much one of those players where, like, I'm all about just grinding until my stats are so high that I'm over-leveled and I just can kick anything's ass and just go from one point to the other, just, like, watching the fucking movie clips.
See, I'm impatient. I would just rush it and then die because I'm not strong enough, and I get frustrated and just like, alright, we're done.
Fair. Yeah, I'm very much one of those people that hyper-focuses on shit. Should I say?
Maybe.
Well, it's the worst part is it's not something I can control, so like I can't just like it's all about following the dopamine because my brain has basically a dopamine deficiency, or at least it can't process what it does have. Well, is my basic understanding of it. So I'm constantly trying to get more dopamine, which means that if I'm trying to do like a chore or whatever that like I'm not excited about, it feels like pulling off my fingernails trying to do the thing. But if it's something that I really like, I can sit there and do it for like fucking days because it's just dopamine, dopamine, dopamine. Just give it all to me now. Which is helpful sometimes. I mean, if I'm doing like a project that I enjoy, I can make it work to my advantage if I like in rare situations, like I can kind of make it work for me.
Yeah, I think there's balance for sure, and it's you don't have it.
I don't have it, yeah. I'm damn near incapable of it.
The mana stone is giving off energy.
Is that bad? I feel like it's bad. They all look like it's
Wait.
bad.
Isn't it easier to open the portal to the sanctuary with more mana energy? I mean, we can just wait for my mother's forces to activate the stones for us, right?
I feel like that's also bad.
No! You can't let them release the mana energy like this. It drains it from the world faster. Even if it opens the portal, it'll permanently wither the mana tree.
Shit.
The more
I
energy
know.
that's released, the more it'll weaken the mana power everywhere. If this continues, it might even weaken the seals on the Benevodons. The seals could reach their breaking points.
Oh no!
Chaos.
We must find the elementals before the forces of evil release all the mana energy. Then we can open the portal and secure the sword.
You know, the older that I get, the more I agree with the villains.
Oh, right. I understand.
So I'm kind of
I
of
just want
the
you to
understanding.
know
Just be like, just
how
do
dire
it.
this
Just break the
situation
seal.
is. But we can do this.
Oh my.
I don't know.
Hi. So I guess this is the mermaid elemental.
You're crying. Are you hurt?
No. You're on such a noble quest.
Oh, no.
I was just so moved. Do pardon me. With mana getting weaker, I've been so quick to tears lately. Have
He's
no
kind of
fear.
manipulative.
I will gladly lend my power to your cause.
That's one way to read it,
Happy
yeah.
to make all of your acquaintances.
Look, I'm also hyper emotional and cry at like literally everything, but I try not to do it around other people.
I don't know. People who are quick to tears is a skill.
Not for me. It is very much like I am an angry crier. I am a happy crier.
I'm
Like-
an angry crier. I've never shed happy tears in my life, so I don't understand that.
Dude,
But I do understand the angry tears.
that is half the joy of watching really like dramatic TV shows. Is just having a good cry over shit that doesn't matter.
Who is switching classes?
Yeah. I mean, like, if I read... I don't know, like, it's
Try to switch
cringy
your
when I
class.
watch it, but if I read, like, an emotional book, I do cry.
Fair.
Looks like you need more experience before
Yeah, I
you can switch
wondered.
classes.
Okay.
Cheer up!
We can
Cheer
talk
up.
again later.
Okay, so that was the boss. We got the elemental, it looks like.
There you
Now
go.
we have more stuff to do. Please don't be another boss outside.
That would suck. Didn't we do that on the boat? I feel like that happened on the boat.
I feel like you're right. No, I'm not bugged by okay. I say I try not to do that around people, but that's mostly for like self-preservation reasons because people are fucking mean.
Yeah.
So like, genuinely, I wouldn't want to judge. Like you pick up that behavior, you do. I wouldn't want to judge someone else who does it. What worries me is people who just stop crying. Like if they're quick to tears and then all of a sudden now they're fine. That's a little sus. Like
Yeah.
if
Well,
I
that's what the she did. She was like,
okay.
fine.
That is fair. That is totally fair. Like if they can just turn it off, like I don't know about you, man.
That is some psychopathic kind of behavior there.
Well, it gives like person giving a testimony in court and like making themselves cry to make themselves more likable, and then all of a sudden like they're fine. Like motherfucker.
Apparently, I do it with when I'm like. Now, I didn't even notice it, but it was actually your brother who pointed it out to me.
When
I was
you
having a
what?
So I'm gonna explain. So
Okay. Sorry.
I was having a conversation with him, and I was giggling and smiling, and then apparently all of a sudden my face dropped, and he thought like my mood dropped, but like it wasn't. I was still it was still in a good mood. I just didn't realize that going from giggling to a straight face, I didn't realize it did that.
Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder
he's
if
like,
I do that.
He's like, I don't know how you can do that. Giggling and then just be straight face. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I saw myself do it once. I'm like, oh,
Huh.
I see
Okay.
what he's talking about.
I'm curious how you saw yourself do it. Like, were you in front of a mirror or something?
Yeah, like a window.
Oh, gotcha.
And I happened to glance into it, and my face said that I wasn't happy, but I was still smiling on the inside. You know what I mean?
Resting bitch face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if I do that because when I am in like a social setting, like I'm around like people that aren't like, you know, you or Andrew or somebody that I really, really trust a lot, and I'm trying to make conversation, I am very, very aware in that moment of what my face is doing, and I get very tired, and like my muscles start to hurt because I am making myself make facial expressions. Now I might be autistic, and like I've done a lot of research into it. I've started the process. Well, I went to get a diagnosis, and he was like, it's probably just the ADHD mixed with the anxiety, but he also wasn't like that wasn't his field. So I wonder how valid that was. Like I'm all for trusting doctors, but it specifically wasn't his specialty. And
Always
the
get a second opinion.
I'm stuck. And
Jump, can you jump?
I switched characters. Hopefully that'll fix it. But what was I saying?
Stuck. It wasn't his field, which you should always take a second opinion.
There we go. Yeah.
A third opinion.
And the tests he did only lasted like 10-15 minutes, and I swear to God, Rachel, I couldn't see exactly what he was doing. His computer was only turned a little bit towards me, but it looked like he pulled it up on Google. I shit you not, it looked like he fucking looked it up on the internet. And I'm like, how professional is this?
I use Google daily, okay?
Like, granted,
actually very helpful. So
like, I've been Googling a lot of this stuff myself, but also I don't have professional resources, and I did it for longer than 15 minutes, so...
I'm just saying, I would rather trust somebody who gets a second opinion and Googles themselves than to not have that.
Right. I would
And,
definitely...
you know, if they tell me, like, this isn't my field, but this is what I think is going on, then I feel a little bit more safe as well.
Right. And it's possible that it's just the ADHD and because I have like 3 different anxiety disorders and a panic disorder. So like that's possible. But what I'm saying is in social settings I'm like super aware of what I'm doing with my face, and I have to like make myself like sort of peter off when I'm like laughing and smiling, and sort of like slowly like go back to the okay, like conversation is normal again. Because I feel like, and if it's a struggle, like I'm very aware of it, so I have to wonder if, like, given to my own devices, if I would just like resting bitch face, like immediately, just face drops, like, and I'm still happy, like I'm still enjoying myself. I just don't like, in that moment, I might not feel the need to perform like I normally do,
Right.
Just to seem normal to the neurotypicals, you know.
Right. I mean, I understand. Like, the older I get, for some reason, it feels like the more my face muscles just cannot... Maybe it's the fact that I don't get out and socialize as much anymore, either.
That's
They're not as
fair,
worked out as they usually are. But, like, just going out and having a good time exhausts my face muscles,
Yes.
you know?
Yes, me too.
And, like, I get headaches from that shit, too.
Yep. Definitely contributes to like me being burnt out at the end of the night.
Yeah.
I have not had enough coffee.
Not enough coffee.
My brain is sluggish. Like I keep thinking of more things to say, and then by the time it's my turn to talk, I've forgotten it because my brain is just not firing the way it needs to right now.
Actually, you're doing a great job. If it were me, I wouldn't be able to hold 2 separate a conversation and game at the same time. I just can't do it.
Well, thank you. I am doing my best. Lots of practice, and even then, I'm not that good at it.
Way better than I am. Like, doing a good job. Great job.
Great job.
Beautiful job.
Beautiful job. Sorry, we're just taking a sip.
I was just like wondering what you were doing, just standing there.
Just standing here, yeah. Okay, so I'm trying to remember what all I've been diagnosed with. So, ADHD, major depression, but that seems to come and go, so I wonder if it's actually situational depression.
Welcome.
Like, triggered by all of my other shit. Like, when shit gets bad, like, naturally I'm just gonna get depressed about it because I'm already, like, at kind of a low point. So I wonder about that. And then, general anxiety, social anxiety, I swear to God, there was another one. An underlying panic disorder and agoraphobia are all just like my mental diagnoses, and then I have like the PCOS and like the high blood pressure and stuff, which no fucking wonder I have high blood pressure, like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's like a fun time.
Yeah, so between the social anxiety and the straight up just, it's mild agoraphobia, it's mild. But I do have it, and I am working on it. It's super fun. Therapy for it is shitty. It sucks because it's literally just, it's pretty much just exposure therapy. Like there's a little bit to supplement it, but it's mostly just go out and do the thing and have a terrible time until that feels normal and it's no longer as terrible.
Figured.
But yeah, so between the social anxiety, the agoraphobia, and then the pandemic for the last few years, I would hate to say how little I go out. And then I haven't been able to work, because all the physical, well, I mean, that's a whole thing. Because, like, anything that's, like, a desk job is usually, like, involves people, like receptionist, you know? So that's a lot, for all of my, like, I am terrified of people shit. But then I'm not physically able to do the manual labor jobs anymore, because of the PCOS and all that other shit, which I used to rock that shit, man. When I worked at McDonald's with you, I was still a newbie, and I'll straight up admit that I was not good at that shit at the time. I think by the time you left, like, because you and I had a bit of a falling out for a while, so, like, during that period when we weren't, like, close anymore, I fucking rocked that shit. And I'm not a prideful person. I don't brag, like, almost ever. Because, you know, imposter syndrome and all that shit. I was good at that job. I was really good at that job. And then at the hospital, I was good. I was okay. I was fine. I got by.
Yeah.
But, like, this is not where I want to be, but this is a place I'm supposed to go. I say we keep looking.
Okay. Yeah, the star's on like the other side of the map, so I think.
Yeah. I thought there might be like a cut across in the middle, but there is not. It's just a solid like.
It's like a little pool.
Yeah.
Lake.
A little lake.
Yeah. When I'm not good at something, I will tell people.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. Like just having some kind of desire to get better, I'm okay with that. Now, if you have no desire to do anything to improve yourself and just don't have any effort, that's when I start to get a little annoyed with people, you know? I'm like,
when you're working with them and it's sort of like rubbing up against like what you have to do and shit, I can totally see that. In general, I'm gonna blow my nose here real quick. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We'll let the little cutscene play out.
Must be hot. What I mean is that when they're incompetent to work and do things, adds an extra load to me, who's actually trying to do my job, and I have to pick up the person's slack. That's when I get irritated, and I'm just like, I don't want to do with you.
Right.
Now, if you do the bare minimum, which is just like the job, and you have no desire to do anything else, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You do you.
Yeah, okay. I can totally agree with that. Like, okay. So I am not at all perfect, and when I'm in that situation, I get just as frustrated as everyone else. But, like, objectively, I like to try to cut people slack, because you never know what they have. Like, if someone's just punching in and doing their job because that's all they can do because they've got, you know, like, kids at home or, you know, they're working 2 jobs or whatever, like, I'm totally, like, yeah. You punch in, you do the bare minimum, you leave. I'm not about to fucking judge.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
as long as you do your job, I mean, that's all I care about.
Yeah.
But when you drop things and
Like, you just
People are
fucking everything up, yeah.
People are expecting you to get, like, they ask you to do something, and you're like, alright, and then you, like, never do it. That's, I'm like, why? Why you even say you would do it, you know?
Right. Yeah.
That's just me.
Even stupid people need jobs, so... I shouldn't talk like that. I'm trying to be a more generous and loving person. I think with the way the world has been lately, I have gotten a lot more cynical, and a lot less charitable in the way I think of people and how they act.
I honestly think being on TikTok, honestly, has just made me way more cynical.
Yeah, I agree. Like, on the one hand, it makes me feel very seen. Like, okay, a lot more people are going through the same struggles I am than I realized. It makes me feel less alone. But the internet also really loves a good dog pile, and the second anyone on the internet, or especially on TikTok, finds out that... Okay, I was talking with Andrew about this the other night. It feels like the second they sniff out anything bad, they just start pointing and screaming at it like a goddamn tornado siren. And it's just starting to feel like, okay, someone is, like, accused of, like, sexual assault or whatever, and point and scream, you know, very, very loud. But then they have the same reaction to someone had a racist tweet 10 years ago, but have, like, donated to a bunch of, like, you know, charities and stuff since then. And it's like, I'm not saying the racist tweet wasn't bad. I'm saying we need to have sort of, like, an appropriate response to things. And it very much feels like it no longer
change.
is that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, people can get better.
People change, they mature. Like, I know I changed from who I was 10 years ago.
Right.
Good choice.
So what I did 10 years ago does not necessarily mean that's who I am today.
Yeah.
I made a choice to move from that.
Good choice.
And learn from my mistake, kind of thing. But
Yeah. And I understand it's a case-by-case basis. It just feels like...
yeah.
Good choice.
It feels like the straight, like, go-to reaction is always, we can tolerate no bad things, there is no room for any nuance, there is no room for forgiveness, or redemption, or anything at all. Like, just, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, and, like, the bad needs to go away, we can't tolerate any bad things ever. And...
Very Christian mentality.
It is!
Being non-Christian.
I know! It's like everyone left the church and then applied the same behaviors to the other side. And, like, I get it. It comes natural. Like, I've been guilty of the same thing, and I'm trying very, very hard to get away from that. But the internet fucking loves a dog pile, man.
Oh, yeah.
And it's exhausting. It's exhausting to be so... devoted. Hateful. Yeah. Hateful and unforgiving and uncharitable, and to be just like a moral arbiter. Like, we don't get to decide who's good and who's bad, and like, I left the church because I wanted to be a good person. I wanted to be a loving person, and that's something I wasn't getting from the church, and I felt like being a Christian was a hindrance to that. Now it feels like I'm on the other side, and I've fallen into the same sort of trap where now I'm just pointing fingers at the other side, or even like anyone on my side who fails. And it feels like I have gotten away from that. I only did this because I want to be a good person and I want to give what I wasn't getting. And now I need to find like a middle ground, you know?
Yeah. I honestly, the world is full of shades of gray. And
yeah,
every situation's unique, and I've always known that. So when people just start shitting on something,
right,
past mistake, I'm like, it just depends on the situation. What applies in this instance didn't really apply in that instance.
Yeah. The world is very gray, and people like black and white, and I'm definitely, like, I am in that category. I am definitely one of those people, and it's something I am trying to unlearn. But fuck, it is so easy to get caught up in it when that's all you're seeing online every day, you know?
Yeah, now I know why Mrs. our old English teacher, had such a, like, she had such an anxiety disorder just from watching the news.
I
like her.
didn't know that.
Yeah, like her husband made her stop watching the news because if she did, she'd get so anxiety riddled.
Okay,
Wouldn't
not.
be able to.
I don't love the husband making her do anything, but I can respect the thought process behind it.
I think it was the fact that her husband made her not watch it, or she made herself not watch it. I can't recall. I just know that she could not watch the news, or else she'd just panic attack.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Could be wrong about that. Who are we trying to find? Leave me alone. I don't have time to talk to you.
Okay.
Dang, I'm sassy.
So what we don't know yet is that the purple-haired guy that we met, who was defending his cat friend. Do you remember the furry?
Yep.
His backstory that we don't get to play through because he's not in our party, but if he had been, we would have seen all this. I think he steals something from this guy because everyone in this town is like, it's like a thieving town. Everyone's like a famous thief. But I guess this was a particularly bad thief who was thieving for the wrong reasons, I guess. And so the purple-haired guy stole whatever it was back from him, and now he's seen the error of his ways. So that's all I know about that guy.
Interesting.
These are just normal people, like, doing shopping. Yeah, this guy was, like, the richest guy in town. There's also a missing child I heard about in one of the houses. I don't know what that was about. They didn't give me any information. Just, it's so sad that the child is missing. Like, what child, though?
Speak to child. It's so sad that I'm missing.
Gee, I really wish I wasn't missing right now.
It'd be something this game would do.
Yeah. I like Reese. She's so even-keeled.
I like her eyes the best, though.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Fucking love her eyes. Back in my day, we didn't complain about the temperature.
It's always back in my day.
It's always back in my day. Fucking old people, man.
Right.
A drink in the shade is best, am I right? Sure. I guess.
I mean, it's night time, but okay.
Yeah, you don't need a lot of shade right now, my guy. I thought for sure there was going to be a treasure chest back here. There is, in fact, not.
Ooh. Candy.
Candy.
We smash this. Ah.
So our last stream, I call them streams because that's how I used to do it. Was I'd stream on Twitch and then I just upload the whole video. These are just recordings. But the last time we did this and got together, when I uploaded the video to YouTube, it only uploaded the first 20 minutes. Like, it was just a 20-minute video instead of a 2-hour video. And I would hate to say how long I spent last night trying to fix it. I think I rendered 3 different versions because those were just the ones that didn't get corrupted. And then uploaded those to YouTube, like, each one of them one time, so like 3 different times. And it took for goddamn ever.
Was it a problem with the recording or like the processing? Like, why?
I don't know. Andrew finally figured it out, whatever it was.
Lots of wares to browse.
I don't know what the trick was at this point. It was just, well, at first it was the file was getting corrupted partway through. So on the computer, like not on YouTube, but like the actual file on the hard drive, would play the first 20 minutes and then it would just get frozen, and if you tried to like scroll any farther past that point, it would just start the video over. After that, it was just uploading as like a blank MP4, that you couldn't, like, it would just give you, this file's been corrupted, and it wouldn't play it at all.
Gotcha.
Okay, so there's an oasis in the east, but the desert is crawling with monsters and thieves. Okay. So, I bet you we're gonna have to go to that oasis at some point.
Do it.
So, I guess these guys used to be sort of like Aladdin types, like thieving for good causes, but since their kingdom got corrupted, now they're stealing for bad reasons, just without rhyme or reason. But yeah, so that video is finally uploaded, and all is well in that department, thank goodness.
Yeah.
I was definitely pulling my hair out. And then I was gonna record, I started editing a Sims video. I think I need to do this, I'm not totally sure. I was editing a Sims video that I had recorded a few months ago, to get
You're
more...
gonna get robbed.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely. So I have I pre-recorded a bunch of Sims videos, and they have all been uploaded to YouTube and are all scheduled to go out, but only until the end of December. And so I'm running really, really low on, like, the backlog that I have. So I recorded a few more a few months ago, but I hadn't gotten around to editing them. I edited them last night, and then I had to record a soundbite off of YouTube, like a really popular, like, copyright-free soundbite, for, like, a gag in the video. Okay, so there's a fiery gorge somewhere in the desert. And I couldn't use Radeon to screen record because the drivers were out of date. And then Andrew spent, like, an hour pulling his hair out on that because I couldn't. I mean, I could probably figure it out if I spent enough time on it, but he's already done it before, so it was like, well, I'll just let him do it. He knows how to do it. So that's frustrating. And also, now Radeon is blue instead of red. Like, the interface is blue-coded. So that just, like, changed everything. And all of my presets got wiped, like, as far as, like, where my camera is set up when I record and shit.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's been fun. I hate it here.
Do you pay for Radeon, or is that free?
That just came with the computer when we bought the new gaming computer. I probably wouldn't have gone with it if it hadn't just come with it. But I've had almost nothing but problems with it. I'm almost scared to get something else because, like, now I'm used to this. Like, I kind of, like, I understand the problems that go with it, and I mostly understand the interface. And, like, I don't know if I have the time or the energy to learn something completely new. But it's fucking awful. It's fucking stupid. I don't recommend it to anybody. Like, not even, like, if there's just a free version. Like, don't get Radeon. Don't do it, please.
Good choice.
I get like, it just takes a lot of effort to learn something new when you've already figured out what works.
Yeah.
Good choice.
This is useful.
I really should take the time and just... Oh, shit. I should sell my old shit. I did download Streamlabs, but that's when I was still planning on streaming to Twitch. And I don't know if you can just record on it. I never got around to figuring all that out.
Well, I'm sure when you get some serotonin, dopamine going, you'll figure it out. And
I'm sure you're probably right, yeah.
Just gotta wait until the motivation kicks in.
Yeah, basically. And then just hyper-focus on that.
Yep.
But I don't think I'm gonna be actually streaming much anymore. It is not something that I enjoy. It is just too stressful. Like, it sucks all the fun out of it. And then I don't want to, like, game at all.
Yeah, I get that.
As it is, I am having a good time.
I love it here.
Just a storage room.
I think if I were to try to stream anything, I just would be the most boring conversationalist ever.
I will say this. So, I've been thinking a lot about how much anxiety I have about starting new projects and stuff, right? And, like, I feel like we're about to get a cutscene. I am gonna put a pin in this thought. Remind me later.
Sure. You know my memory.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Mine's also not fantastic. That looks like quicksand.
Nah, it's just a mirage. Like, my memory when it comes to my work,
To look for fiery gorge in
great,
the desert.
wonderful.
Sure to
Comes
find
to,
some
like,
monsters on the
real
way.
life, it's terrible.
Yeah, I also have memory problems. Mostly working memory, for the most part. Like, I worked a secretary job for a while, and my boss said I was good at it. I felt like I was okay, but I definitely, like, he could not tell me shit unless I had my notebook there to write down everything that I, like everything he asked me to do. Like, if he started giving me, it was my father-in-law, so, like, the stakes were pretty low, and it was just like a mom and pop shop. Not that I don't respect the job, or, like, you know, it was, like, I don't want to say, like, oh, it wasn't an important job, so it was fine. Like, no, it was just, like, we knew each other, we played well off of each other, like, it was fine. But every time he would ask me to do something and I didn't have my notebook in my hand, I'd be like, nope, you gotta wait for my external brain to show up so I can jot this down. But yeah, like, I can't remember shit from, like, 5 seconds ago. Like, I'm definitely one of those people that if you ask me to call, like, a specific telephone number, I have to repeat it constantly until I have it completely dialed in. Like, do not interrupt me. Like, just, it has to, like, I just have to repeat it the whole time.
I love my notepad. Like, thing I hear, I start typing. But the problem is that when I'm trying to work on something and I'm trying to hold a conversation at the same time, I start typing what I'm saying and not actually what I need to be typing.
Yeah. That, and if I'm, like, trying to work with the TV on in the background, half the time I'll start, like, typing in the dialogue that I'm overhearing. Oh, so
That was hardly worth the trouble.
I want to do cool stuff like this, right? And I want my channel to take off, and it's starting to feel like it might not do it, like, it just might never go anywhere. And I keep having to remind myself that, I'm doing this largely for fun, and the channel taking off would just be like a nice bonus. But, that is quicksand. But regardless, when we were talking about, you know, where I want the channel to go, or like even like my books taking off, that kind of thing, it was starting to feel like, huh?
So I do hope your books take off.
Me too. Right now I have the time to, like, write them whether or not they're making me money anyway. But that might change in the future, which would be sad. Oh shit, 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 okay. It was dragging me down with it.
I saw that. Is there like an outer edge that you could stick to?
I was
think so.
trying, but it drew me in faster than I thought it was going to. Yeah, okay, so I can walk on this part fine.
I think you gotta stick to the rat, to the rat, to the rat.
But, so, I was talking to Andrew about it, and he started pointing out the way most creators start, like what their videos look like, and, you know, how bad shit is, and you just have to keep going, and keep learning, and keep getting better, and people will find you. Like, if you're lucky enough for people to find you, they'll like you, as you get better. And he started showing me early, like, Dragon Ball abridged videos, or like one of the creators involved in that, Lanny Patora, like one of the first abridged videos he ever made, which was for Yu Yu Hakusho. And I love Lanny, but that early stuff is rough. And like old Nostalgia Critic, and just all this stuff that is like, that did not age the best. Like the quality on that is really low, but you can still see the talent behind it, you know? You can still see like glimpses of where they would eventually end up. And I'm like, this is really heartening. Like, this makes me feel good, because like the shit that I'm doing now is at least, like, minimally, like, slightly better than some of the stuff he was showing me. I think he also did, like, Todd in the Shadows and just, like, stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, if they can get to where they were at, I definitely have, like, the space and the talent to, like, level up my shit.
Yeah.
Which was just very encouraging.
Yeah, the more you do something, you know, the better you get, the more knowledge you have and things work.
Right. One of my favorite feelings is when I'm editing videos, especially my Sims videos, and I figure out how to do something new. Like inserting like comical clips from, you know, like to make a joke, or like little sound bites and stuff. It's stuff that all other YouTubers know how to do, but that I've never really tried before, or like I feel like I'm fighting the program trying to figure out how to do it, and then it clicks and I get it and I love it and it looks like great compared to what I've been doing, and it definitely feels like a fucking level up. Like, that feeling is straight crack. I'm obsessed with that feeling. And if I can just keep doing that shit, I'm gonna be in okay shape.
Yeah, honestly, video editing is terrible, in my opinion. I do not enjoy it.
It can be a slog. There are definitely times where, like, I just rather not. It can be a lot. But when you do it right, when you do something you didn't think you could do, even when it's not fun, even when it's a fucking slog and it's a fucking grind, like, God, it feels good when you just get it right.
Yeah, I'm like that with my job when there's a problem that customer's having, and I keep troubleshooting and then finally figure it out after reading hours of documentation and all that shit. But yeah, it's a great feeling.
It really is. Okay. So we went to the left side of the desert. I don't think we went down into that middle part. We're going basically all down the right side. Filling out maps is, it's a fucking chore. Okay, so this is the oasis.
Ooh, that's where we need to be. Maybe we'll find that kid.
Maybe. I have no idea who the kid is supposed to be. But yeah, my advice, not that, like, I feel like obviously no one would want my advice as it currently stands, because I'm not successful, but it's still good advice regardless. Oh shit, did my girl die? No, she's stoned. Damn it. It's just do the shit. Just keep doing the shit.
I'm just getting started. Don't keep
Yeah.
Andrew's favorite quote or like bit of advice, like one of his favorite little sayings, is the first step to being kind of okay at something is sucking. Which, like, yeah, there's just a lot of truth to that.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about like animes, where somebody just gets something, like they just fix. You know what I mean? Like where they just all of a sudden have this skill,
Right.
and they didn't do any work to get it. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's just cruel.
Yep. I can agree with that.
Now when that shows them actually putting in the work, I really enjoy animes like that.
Dragon Ball does this weird fucking... I have a love-hate relationship with Dragon Ball. I am very, very critical of it, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. But it does this weird thing where all they do is train. They train to the detriment of everything else, but the show still frames it as like they're the good guys and like,
Yeah.
you know, we have to love them. Even though they're neglecting their spouses and their children, and half the time you're not even totally sure that they're fighting for the right reasons. It just seems like they just want to fight just to fight, and they just
To prove
happen...
that they're the best.
Yeah, and they just happen to be on the good side. I have feelings about Dragon Ball. So they're always training. They're training to the detriment of everything else, but then, like, that very rarely seems to pay off. And what does pay off, what, like, wins them the fight, is them just standing there screaming and just flexing their muscles. And it's like...
the strength of their emotions.
Yeah, and it's like, none of the training mattered.
Right?
Like, we got to this point, they still weren't good enough, they still couldn't beat the bad guy, and then in the middle of the fight, they just have this, like, emotional high, where all of a sudden I can do the fucking thing, and I'm like... why train then? Why?
Agreed. I don't like that either.
Yeah.
That seems like a flaw.
I have so many feelings about Dragon Ball, but I can't. I love it. Ugh. My nephew asked if he should watch it, and I said, yes, it's terrible.
Absolutely not.
I was like, I watched it. I can never go back. It was awful, and I love it.
I've not watched it all the way through. I think I recall watching it like on Saturday mornings, and then my mom would come in and yell at me, telling me to change the channel.
Aw.
But as for like sitting down and watching it now and actually remembering it, I just would not be able to do it because episodes drag on.
Oh my god, the pacing is probably one of the biggest problems I have with it. And I was supposed to watch Kai, which is basically like the actual show's abridged version, not the abridged on YouTube, just the show being like, okay, we cut out a lot of the filler. But so I was supposed to watch Kai of the Boo Saga, because I was basically like, I started with the YouTube abridged series, which is not how you're supposed to start the show, with the fucking spin-off parody. But I did, and I was obsessed with it. I pushed against it for a long time, and I was like, the show is stupid, I don't like it, I don't wanna watch it. Because I had grown up seeing it on Saturday mornings, and it just seemed like a lot of screaming and a lot of punching, and I wanted to watch Sailor Moon, right? So for a long time, I was like, it's not my thing, I'm not interested, like, if you like it, fine. But my husband kept watching Abridged, like, once a year. Like, he would just routinely, like, cycle through it. And so at one point, like, I started catching little bits of it, and the jokes are hilarious. And so I end up sitting and I watch the second half of Abridged, and then I have to circle back and start over. So I watched Abridged like 1.5 times at that point, and I was like, this is amazing. This is one of the best things I've ever seen, period. So, like, now I guess I'm into Dragon Ball, I guess. And so at that point I was like, okay, I've seen the basics of what happens from the Saiyan saga to the Cell saga, or like the Android saga, and like the Cell arc. And I'm like, the show is really, really long. The show is a lot, and the pacing is terrible. So I'm like, I think I can get away with just watching Abridged and like getting like the general idea of what happened. And so I'll just start off with the Boo saga. And Kai wasn't available. It wasn't, we couldn't find it on Crunchyroll, we couldn't find it on Funimation, we couldn't find it on Hulu, and so I had to sit through the entirety of the Boo saga. I wanted to die. It was, oh my god, it had moments that were like, I was literally sobbing, and I loved. But for the most part, it's just like, oh my god, it's never gonna end, oh my god, and every time Boo changed into a different kind of Boo, I was like, oh my god! This is my life now. I am just a slave to the Boo saga now. It was fucking brutal.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Ugh.
When stuff starts dragging, I just get bored. I'm like, yeah, we're done.
I swear to God, Goku just stands there screaming for like 3
yeah.
episodes. I don't know if that's actually accurate. It might just be 1, but even 1 is too many. Like, it's too much.
Which is why I will never watch it all the way through.
Yeah, no, totally fair. And if you do, Kai. Find Kai. Don't watch it without Kai. And then I watched Super, and Super's actually really good. Super has its problems too. It's much better paced. It is much better paced, and it treats the characters like the characters that you actually care about, because Goku is stupid and I hate Goku. I don't care. Like, you cannot talk me out of that. I can love the show, but I will never not hate Goku. He can go die in a hole. In fact, he has. I don't know if it was a hole. He died. Spoilers. Death means nothing in this universe.
Yeah, in the anime, really, where the main character dies, it's just not gonna happen.
Fair. But yeah, I hate Goku. I care way more about basically all of the other characters, except maybe Yamcha. But Super treats the other characters a little better, gives them more to do. It treats Vegeta a little better. Vegeta will always fucking get shafted, though. Which is also one of my bigger issues with it, is I love Vegeta. I'm obsessed with Vegeta. Like, he's like one of my comfort characters. But the narrative is hell-bent on taking all of his glory and all of his potential and making it not matter because Goku has to be the shining star all of the time.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate it! But Super handles it a little bit better. And it's better looking. Super is, I was never into, I think one of my initial problems with it was, like, seeing it on Saturday mornings was, that it looked ugly to me, and it's very, it's very much a preference thing. It's very much, because a lot of people really like the old 80s and 90s style, and that's fine.
I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it myself.
Yeah, it's not my thing. And Super, oh my god, Super's so much prettier. So much prettier.
I do recall that Yu-Gi-Oh! Was one of the ones that I enjoyed watching.
I haven't gotten around to Yu-Gi-Oh! I've seen a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Which, you know, watching the abridged series barely counts as anything, but, like, I'm familiar with the basic premise now.
Like, I don't recall, it wasn't like the original Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't think. It was whatever was showing on Saturday mornings. I had to watch it in secret because, you know, my mom would just yell at me about it.
That's so sad. I had a very strict father, but I don't think anime was ever on his radar. Like, he did not give a shit.
I wish my mom didn't give a shit. I think she just, I don't know, she shit on it, I don't know.
Yeah. People are allowed to like what they like. Like, basically my stance on it is, like I said, it's terrible and I love it. Like, you're allowed to like stupid things. Like, that is totally okay.
You can plant 6 at a time.
I can plant up to 10 at a time, actually.
That's because it only showed 1.
I don't know.
I was expecting like a bouquet of flowers.
Yeah, I don't know. That's sad. That would have been cool if they had animated like a whole bouquet when you plant a bunch of them.
Welcome.
Do I?
Again.
Yeah, I should spend the night.
Welcome.
But yeah, those are my feelings on Dragon Ball. I haven't seen the original yet, and we literally just started GT, which that's controversial. I should state for the record that all of this has happened within the last couple of years, and I'm nearing 30. So I did not get into anything Dragon Ball related until I was over 25.
Still not gonna get into it, to be honest. I don't even think I'm gonna watch the abridged version, other than what you've showed me already.
What I tried to start you off. I tried to start you off at the beginning, and those early episodes are kind of rough. If you start at the Android Saga, you're gonna be sucked into the black hole. I'm sorry. Like, that's just what's going to happen. By Cell Saga, they've worked out all the kinks. Their voice acting is more on point. Their quality is more on point. The jokes, like, everything is more geared by, like, character development than it is just like, this is what happened in the show. Because that's basically any abridged series when it first starts out. A lot of the jokes in the first, like, few episodes are just, this thing happened in the show, and it was never explained. And we find that funny and stupid because, like, the writers definitely should have thought this through. And that's fine. Those jokes are totally fine. But as the series goes on, it's more like, okay, we've sort of crafted this, our own version of these characters.
I think SOA did a really good job of doing it.
Yeah, they did. Oh my god, Kirito is so much more fleshed out in that.
Good
Which
choice.
I thank you for introducing me to that gem.
You're welcome.
YouTube.
Yeah, DBZ Abridged definitely is very high up there. SAO is kind of in a league of its own, but if anything could come even remotely close, I would say like later stage DBZA is fucking amazing.
Have you seen the dubbed ghost stories yet?
I don't think so.
I know I've sent you some TikTok videos that just have little excerpts of them. I don't know if you watched them, but man, those jokes and ghost stories are just hilarious, man. They just had me laugh so hard.
Gotcha.
Because one of the characters is like a Christian, and Fred was like, "Why? You're supposed to be going and blowing up an abortion clinic right now."
Jesus.
It makes me crack up every time I see him.
I recently
Those little
watched.
clips.
I got behind on the TikToks you had sent me because I've been busy and I've had a rough couple of last weeks. That's why we haven't done this in a couple weeks. But I went back through and watched the entire backlog of everything you sent me, and I don't remember that.
Really?
I don't. But there were a few that had gotten taken down, that were like no longer available. So I wonder if they were in that bunch. But, like, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I've not been really on TikTok lately either, which is why I haven't sent you any in a while.
Gotcha. Fair.
And I felt like I was overwhelming you, so I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna calm it down.
No, it wasn't that I was overwhelmed. I had just gotten behind, is all.
Yeah, there's not been anything good on TikTok lately, anyways.
Yeah, it's not hitting the way it used to hit. I agree.
Miss Pendant. Get that.
Okay.
Listen, what do these do?
This is useful.
I'm not exceptionally sure.
Ah, it just boosts your stats.
I
Yeah.
had wanted this.
Okay. Are you selling
This
these?
is
Or are you
useful.
buying?
I'm buying. Okay.
Come again.
And then what I need to
Come,
do...
come again.
Come again. I need to go through and see what of my stuff needs cleared out.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that circlet can go. Oh lord. I have so many of these.
Just bought one of those.
Yeah. I should have checked my inventory before I started buying a bunch of stuff. I'm special.
We were talking, so
Yeah.
it's understandable.
Yeah. Okay. 4. Yep.
Yup.
Yeah. Everything above it should be worse. I haven't come across any shields yet. Which I don't even know. It looks like he's got a two-handed sword, so I might not even be able to use a shield. Glaive. That's a fancy word.
Ooh. A
Okay.
boot.
Barboot. Yeah, okay, so it looks like everything can go. That's awesome. That makes my life so much easier.
Welcome.
Welcome.
I did try to start my nephew on a little bit of Dragon Ball. He was not impressed. I think I overplayed the. It's stupid. It is stupid. It's adorably stupid, is what it is. It's still highly enjoyable. But he's definitely at that age where like nothing is cool. He's almost a teenager, so like he's above everything, and everything's for babies, you know. Which is, I mean. Kids go through that stage.
All go through that phase.
Like, that's just par for the course. But he's definitely, like, very much in that stage. So I think...
Wait, how old is he now?
I think he's... God, he's gonna be 13 soon.
Oh.
I think he's, like, 12 and a half. So, yeah. Where? My head is
You
covering
are-
part of the thing, but...
I don't think you're in. You're not in your.
Oh!
You're in your. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I can't.
Yep.
My head is in the top left corner, and I can see it. Like it's
Yeah.
not. It's not like it'll show up on the recording later, but I can right now see the whole screen. So like I just straight up can't see what I'm doing. Okay.
I wondered why you went to your items and not your gear.
I couldn't see what I was doing. Alright. But yeah, I think me even like a little bit, sort of playing into the like, yeah, I mean, it's not a great show, but it's really enjoyable. But like even that seed of doubt was enough for him to be like, I'm not into this. Which, you know.
It might be the art style, to be honest.
It might be. I mean,
I don't really enjoy it either.
Yeah. Well, I started with some of the later stuff because I knew like that's what I had liked. I think I started with. I might have started with Super, or I might have started with the Boo Saga. Which the Boo Saga starts off okay.
Is it literally named Boo Saga? B-O-O?
B-U-U, because they were afraid of copyright issues, because he's inspired by, the naming convention is inspired by Bippity Boppity Boo. Like, his creators' names are, I think his creator's name is Boppity, and then his father, or master, because things get changed in the dub, so in one version it's his father, in another version it's someone who cloned himself, and this is his clone, is named Bippity, so it's Bippity, Boppity, and Boo. But the story goes that they were afraid of Disney coming after them, so it is not spelled with 2 O's. Like, very specifically. And, like, nowhere on the show, I think, does it say, like, the Boo Saga. Like, that's not in the title or anything, I don't think. I'm trying to remember where I've gone. But that's just like, it is the part of the show that is dedicated to Boo being the big bad of that part of the show. I think I've gone everywhere here. So for today's quick little t-shirt and coffee mug break, we have finally figured out how to do a full screen. It's still having trouble focusing. I might need a better camera for that. We'll work on that. But this is today's coffee mug. It is my Pride coffee mug. I got it for this year's Pride. Because I haven't done too much to celebrate Pride before. And I was excited. Yeah. So, I love that. And then, today's t-shirt is I'm Not a Damsel, I'm a Dragon. It's very clearly inspired by Daenerys, I think, with the pale blonde and the sort of armor and the crown and the dragon and all that. Like, it's very Daenerys. It does strike me as, like, copyright-free Daenerys, though, you know? Like, a subtle nod, but not, like, the actual thing. And that is also from Tea Turtle. The mug is just, I think I got it from Meyer. But yeah, so there's that.
I do see on YouTube the BUU saga. It has 149 episodes. But they're all like 2 minutes long.
Really?
Yeah.
I would believe that it had that many, even if it was like full, like, 20-minute episodes.
Well, it
remember
does say,
exactly
like,
how
I
it
went all
was.
the way to the bottom of this playlist, and it says 88 episodes are unavailable. So,
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah, okay, I think I have been everywhere here. Alright. Do we want to, because we have a save point right here, do we want to save and quit for the night and find, like, the stuff or not tomorrow, but, like, later?
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
It's a good stopping point.
I think you're right, yeah.
And
Okay.
This dancing guy cracks me up.
Welcome.
Okay. I can just save without spending the night. Nice. Alright.
And does it cost you money to stay at night?
It does, yeah. But it does heal you, like, completely. So, like, it's not for nothing.
Come again.
Alrighty. Well, it has been lovely chatting with you. If anyone on the internet sees this, I might get crucified for my Dragon Ball opinions, but
Sorry,
whatever.
If any offense was made, it was not intentional.
Yeah, I stand by what I said. It's a stupid, cute show, and there's too much yelling, and I love it, so.
Well, have a good night,
Alrighty.
and we'll chat later.
Yep, love you, see you later.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.